What it do? Gary Lamm in it, Maniacs. Quick Warrior video. Warriors go down 128-109 to the Thunder. Steph Curry's out. It is what it is. But is it time to make some major changes? Klay Thompson? I mean, we need this guy. He got 5 points on a night where Steph Curry's out. Klay Thompson gives us 5 points. Klay's gonna be back from Night Shift Podcast. But look it, we need him. His defense isn't what it was. And you know, Klay has tough shooting nights. But his defense ain't what it was. And the main guy I need to talk about is Andrew Wiggins. 12 points. 12 points tonight. We really needed this guy. When Steph Curry's out, Draymond Green is out. But he's not cutting. He's invisible. Okay. And I'm not just saying. I'm not really worried about those guys. I'm worried about the team as a whole. I'm worried about what we got to do. We the Warriors, what we got to do for this season and long term. If we're going to be good this season and in the future. Because and I just want to answer this myth already that the Warriors have won championships when they were small, and that's a myth. The Warriors notoriously traded Monte Ellis for Andrew Bogut. We had other big men. We had Mo Spates. We even had David Lee, who's, coming off our bench. We weren't that small. And then fast forward to the future. The Warriors get Kevin Durant. We had Zaza Pachulia. You're going to say, oh yeah, he didn't offer us much, but he offered us a hard pick. We had an older David West. But he was one of the toughest guys around. And you would win in a fight, and he was a good passer. He was a big guy, a few minutes. And we also had JaVale McGee, who would give us energy minutes. Okay, and I want to go back to 2 years ago. We were smaller. Warriors win a championship. And I know, I want to answer the Night Shift Podcast. Before I go on with the story, Klay started bad last year. He led the whole NBA in threes, right? I think he'll be back. But the Warriors have to at least think about making some adjustments. But I just want to just clear up this myth about the Warriors being small. And I do admit that 2 years ago when the Warriors beat the Celtics, they didn't have a bunch of big guys. But there's some confounding factors. Some things you really got to think about. Kevon Looney was fantastic, and he continues to play fantastic. All right? I love Kevon. He plays every game. How long can that last? And back to my man Wiggs. When the Warriors won the World Championship, he was two-way Wiggs. He was absolutely phenomenal on both sides of the ball. But was it an anomaly? It looks like it is. He's just not into the game. We don't have Steph Curry or Draymond Green. And Wiggins, you don't know if he's there. And I don't expect... Well, let me just finish that point. Wiggins and Looney were fantastic. The Warriors had to play so hard to win that championship. And again, another smaller guy who played fantastic. Gary Payton II. They had some small guys playing real big. And what really got them down the stretch, I mean, to me as a Warrior fan, our whole goal is to get Steph Curry to the playoffs fresh enough to carry us home. And the Warriors kind of lucked out because Steph Curry went into the championship season a couple years ago fresh because he was injured, and Jordan Poole played fantastic for us. And that's obviously an anomaly. Once he got paid, he got punched. He doesn't have his head on straight, but that scoring is gone. And we don't have reliable scorers like that on this team. It may be time to, when Steph Curry comes back, it may be time to adjust the starting lineup. And I thought the Warriors played admirable tonight. They were within one. They were a Kuminga free throw away from tying this game. And hey, the Thunder, they exploded. They were like lightning striking, and they put us away. And I see Dunleavy talking right now. I want to hear what he says, but he needs to listen to what I say. The team's not big enough. The guys who you would rely on to get boards, to get points, they're not delivering. Andrew Wiggins, it ain't happening for him. He's got some things going on. I don't know what's going on with the guy. There's a reason why he's here. Yeah, you get the ball to Steph Curry. He's a second or third guy. But for the whole season, you're gonna have to rely on Steph Curry to play. He's playing so hard, and he's already hurt. He's 34. He's already hurt. He's already not playing. And I'm just gonna question the Gary Lamm and event maniacs. Is it time to make some changes? Is it time to maybe start Kuminga over Wiggins? Kuminga had 21 tonight. I mean, he makes a lot of mistakes. But at least you know he's there. You can't miss him. Wiggins, I just checked the box score. I was surprised he had 12. Klay Thompson, 5 points on a big night. His defense isn't what it was. Okay. Here's my suggestion for a starting lineup. Start Paul with Curry and play Kuminga at the 3, Draymond, and Looney when they get back. But that's not set in stone either. I think Curry has to use this time while Draymond Green is out to experiment, to use the starting lineup as a carrot. Let guys like Podziemski and Moody earn their minutes. Make Wiggins and Thompson earn their minutes. But here's the thing, and if you want to keep Thompson in the starting lineup, and I don't want, Klay Thompson's done a lot for the Warriors. If you're going to trade Chris Paul, it's not worth the drama because obviously Draymond Green loves him. He choked out another guy in the name of his BFF, right? Okay. You don't have to get rid of him. You don't have to take him out of the starting lineup if you're not going to if you're going to trade Chris Paul, if that's the ultimate plan. I think that's what they're going to have to do. But if you're not going to trade Chris Paul, you might as well start him. And here's the thing. No matter what you do, I just don't believe that Klay Thompson is worth $40 million. This is a tough pill for me to swallow, Klay Thompson fans. Because I like Klay. Because the reason why he was worth so much in the past is his defense. He was able to take the top guard, whether the one or the two, and defend that person and give rest to Steph Curry. Like I said, the goal of every Warriors season is to get Steph Curry reasonably fresh to the playoffs, to the championship within striking distance. He's day-to-day already. He's already injured. He's working too hard. Look, nobody's perfect. Steph Curry's a great player. He's not a perfect player. He's not like Michael or Kobe. They're going to be able to play every day. You need to protect your money. And right now, this team, as it stands, is not able to protect its money. They might have to make some changes. This is a tough pill to swallow. And I believe in this team. I believe in Steph Curry. But it's highly unlikely that you're going to have, a 6'3" guard carry a team all the way because there's no one else carrying the load. He's having to step up not just offensively, but defensively because Klay ain't doing it. Wiggins ain't doing it. And I'm not saying that Kuminga's going to do it. I'm not saying Chris Paul can't shoot. But they got to do something. I'd rather go with the defensive lineup of Kuminga, Draymond Green, and Looney. Keep Podziemski in the lineup. And we're going to go through growing pains with this lineup, with this team. That we're going to have to make a trade because what we're doing is not sustainable long term. And if Klay wants to get traded, so be it. And that's not what I want to happen. I believe in these guys. But what's going on is not sustainable. Because Steph Curry has to do so much on both sides of the ball. And yeah, he could do it. He could do it. But with the Western Conference so good, you got Nikola Jokic. I mean, you got Minnesota. They're really good and they're really big. And you got the Thunder. They're really big and they're really good and they're really fast. It's going to take so much work to get through the regular season to have a reasonable seed. You're either going to have to make a trade, or you're going to have to start playing guys that are playing good. And with that, you're going to have to deal with the growing pains because Kuminga's not ready. I'm hoping he'll take over for Poole. Hope he'll start getting those minutes. But I just don't think Wiggins really deserves to play right now. Steve Kerr is going to have to reward energy with starts. And it's sad to say it, but I think it's true. Gary Lamm, main event Mania. Should the Warriors start making changes with lineups, with playing time, with trades? Gary Lamm, main event Mania, asking the hard questions, but asking them with heart. Watch tomorrow for what to watch for. 49ers, we take on Tampa Bay. And I'll tell you what to watch for. Watch for me, and I'm watching you. Thank you very much for joining Gary Lamm, main event Mania. For Panda, is he sleeping? Is the Panda in range? Alright, say bye, Panda.